That's what they telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what they telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why I finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, baby, please. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aliyah. That's all I wanna do right now is grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up for the reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up for the reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's telling me to come forward, come for me.
Just killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Luvac left. You don't want to change from the 4-3-3.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? Let me turn on the light so you guys can see me properly. What's going on? What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show for another segment of the Transfer Hub. Liverpool's dealings recently have been quite shocking. We've signed Endo, of course, our DM. It's been revealed to us that by James Pearce, that potentially might be our starting DM. And right now, people, it's dead, man. It's quiet. It's dead. The rumour mill isn't even milling anymore. The links have died down. Kefren Turam, Manu Kone, Painha. It's all gone, man. It's like the loads exploded. Do you know what I mean? With the Lavia and Caicedo kind of dealings. We've got Ender now, and it seems like that's it. Interestingly enough, though, people, reading The Athletic today, and I come across something, and it makes my mind go mad. It makes my mind go mad. So I thought, you know what? Let me see. I might be over-exaggerating. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I was like, I need the community to come and help me, obviously, discuss this. So that's what we're going to go and do today. As you guys can see in the title, Kamara, in fact, rejected by the Liverpool hierarchy after data suggesting he was a top 3 target alongside Lavia and Caicedo. I don't know what to make of it. We're going to obviously get into this together. But obviously, shout out to everyone in the building. As always, people, make sure we are liking the video. Anytime I come in front of the screen, that's the only thing I ask of you guys. Again, I don't want to have to go and get the bouncer. Do you know what I mean? The bouncer's going to kick you guys out. Make sure you guys got your ticket to entry. You make sure you guys have your Oyster card, whatever you want to call it. Just validate the show for us. That means the world as well. To reconfirm and kind of just let everyone know again, our memberships are now open for the 2023-2024 season of the Jerry James Show. Going to be bigger and better content, exclusive access to loads of things in terms of like WhatsApp groups and chats and all that type of stuff, merch, giveaways, loads of stuff, man. So guys, please make sure we're heading over there. If you do want the link, please just let me know. I'm going to obviously pop it in the chat. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, man. We're en route to 100,000 subscribers. And, you know, we're slowly there. In actual fact, if I remember correctly, I think we're about 112 subscribers off 2K, which I'm not going to lie, I'm dreading. Reason why I'm dreading, people, is because the watch-alongs are coming. And I promised you guys watch-alongs, and I really don't want to do them because I feel like I'm going to get clipped up. I feel like, you know, it will be a bit mad. But, hey, I promised it to you guys. So, look, 112 subscribers away from the first watch-along on the show. So that's obviously going to be something new, something great. And yeah, obviously, hit the notification bell as well to make sure, obviously, that you're not missing out on any sick content. But before I do that, and before we get into anything, let me get into the people in the building. We got Fritz. Shout out to Fritz saying Paina, Barella, and Thuram. What does that mean? I don't know. Right now, Fritz, those are just names, and we're not getting any of those players. We know it, man. Big up to Redbird D9 saying more rumors, no signings. I'm sick of it. Klopp, give your head a wobble, and Nick John Henry's wallet, FFS. We'll talk about that. You know, I'm actually going to start that because I've got a different opinion right now, man. I've got a very, very different opinion. Shout out to Alexander. They lost in the building. Shout out. Big up to yourself. Jermaine saying, Jerry, it's time to get a new kit. What kit? What kit should I go and put on? Something retro? Like, what kit should I go and put on? Let me know, man. Jermaine saying, do you pay for the athletic? I might do, bro. I might do. We got Alexander Delos saying Klopp was high on Tchouaméni last summer. Not surprised. Alexander Delos saying the list of players we could have had last summer. Jermaine saying bring on the watch-alongs. We've got GTV saying smash a like. Guys, make sure obviously we're smashing a like and heading over to GTV as well. Much appreciated. We've got Ashley Broomfield saying, I'm sick of this club. There is a reason why Edwards and Ward and others have left. FSG are disgraceful as owners. Potentially FSG. Maybe they just didn't like the environment. But look, this is what we're going to go and do, people. It's going to be a long chunk of text. And I'm going to try to condense it and go through it as quick as possible. But we're going to get the athletic up. I'm going to obviously bust everyone that doesn't pay for the athletic. I pay for the athletic like an idiot. So we're going to put it out there and we're going to be able to go and read the script. And you guys can now let me know what's going on. Before, obviously, we read it, I'm gonna obviously express my concerns with the whole situation. From what I've read, Liverpool, when it became clear that Fabinho was leaving, Liverpool had top three main candidates that they were looking at in that DM role. It did not include Wataru Endo. It did not include Paina or Manu Kone or Gravenberch or Amrabat like we've been linked with. It included Lavia, Caicedo, and Boubacar Kamara from Aston Villa. Interestingly enough, he was actually signed on a free last summer by Aston Villa, whilst Gerrard was in charge, which is really interesting because Gerrard before that was, of course, at Rangers, but would have had a lot of connections at Liverpool. Makes it really interesting, the type of signing that, you know, he might have just gone and taken from Liverpool or taken a gamble on Liverpool and prepared to go and sign a player on a free. Maybe something like that. But the fact that Liverpool haven't made any moves for this player, a player that I believe is far better than a Doucouré that we've been linked with for 70 million. No real concrete news, no real concrete offers. There's been no negotiation. And I really want to know why. Why is it that the data team come back and report to the club that, hey, statistically, and in terms of the profile of player, the age, the ability to go and progress and get to the next level under Klopp, these three players match the criteria. Yet we only focus on the two and ignore the third. I guarantee our opinions on this whole DM signing would have been completely different if we had obviously missed out on Lavia, missed out on Caicedo, but gone and got Boubacar Kamara. That's my opinion. But hey. Yeah, man. Crazy. But yeah, we're going to get into it now, man. So I'm going to share it with you guys. And yeah, Jermaine calling me rich. Not even rich, bro. If I'm paying £1 a year, why not? This is going to be a long bit of scripts. Obviously, I assume, let me just double check you guys can see this because I'm not with anyone here. Yes. Let me just remove the banner for everyone as well. 2 seconds. Cool. So as we can see, people, this was obviously written by Simon Johnson and Andy Naylor from The Athletic. And the title of this is obviously How Chelsea Beat Liverpool to Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia. Starts off by saying, look, it was the answer Liverpool head coach Jurgen Klopp did not want to hear. Moises Caicedo had just sent a text message explaining that though he appreciated Liverpool's desire to buy him, he did not want to move to Anfield and was only looking to join Chelsea. Klopp had reached out to the midfielder for the first time hours earlier after Liverpool agreed a £111 million deal, which is $141, with Brighton to sign the Ecuadorian late on the evening of Thursday, August the 10th. With the fee element sorted out, Klopp entered the fray by launching a charm offensive with a series of messages making it clear just how much he admired Caicedo as a player and how much he wanted the 21-year-old to play for him. It's normal for a manager to do this. In fact, many do it before they are supposed to. But Liverpool had played by the rules, and the time had come for Klopp to make it clear his appreciation for the midfielder's talent. Really funny because the way they've just worded it and said, look, but Liverpool had played by the rules, and this time had come, and the time had come for Klopp to make clear his appreciation for the midfielder's talent. Crazy, because I'm looking at it, and Liverpool has tapped up players multiple times. We've done it with Bellingham, and I know that for a fact. Like, I'm telling you guys, ITK settings, I know that for a fact. He's done it with Verge. So why did we decide to do it differently this time? But hey. Two seconds, people. Is work calling? No, it's the missus. I'm on a stream, unfortunately. But yeah. But Caicedo's mind was made up. He wanted to move to Chelsea and nothing else. The London club announced they had completed a deal for a club record 115 million for the following Monday. To make matters worse for Liverpool, Chelsea then also beat them to the acquisition of Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia a few days later. It brought an end to an extraordinary transfer saga involving two of the Premier League's biggest clubs that saw several twists and turns left many asking how Chelsea could continue to spend such an eye-watering amount. Whether Liverpool's transfer strategy was flawed and just how more spice will be added onto an already intense rivalry, Chelsea's relationship with Brighton has also been put further to the test. Obviously, these are how the stats. Obviously, the chain of events that Athletic states. So, obviously, prolonged Caicedo discussions frustrated Brighton and Chelsea. Chelsea were taken by surprise by Liverpool's bid for the Ecuador midfielder. Liverpool's move for Caicedo damaged their own chances of buying Lavia because obviously Lavia now feels like a second option, and we've essentially stalled talks with Lavia focusing on Caicedo. Eden Hazard and Caicedo played a role in Lavia moving to Stamford Bridge. So, Eden Hazard and Caicedo. This is the tale of Chelsea and Liverpool's pursuit of the same midfielders and how the Londoners came out on top. Before delving into the main drama, which played out of the best part of a week, some background. Nobody should be surprised that these two clubs ultimately competed for the same place in the market. This year may not have started out with the plan to completely rebuild their respective midfields, but that is what they've ended up having to do. Obviously, with Chelsea getting rid of loads of midfielders, the likes of Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Mount, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Liverpool, of course, getting rid of Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson, and more critically, especially to the DM role, Fabinho. Milner, of course, being included in that as well. Liverpool, obviously, were set out to refresh their squad too, and obviously Mount was one of our targets. The England, obviously, international made it clear that he wanted to move to Old Trafford. So it seems as though the whole idea of us not being able to sign a player and not having the pool that some people want to suggest maybe might have started with the United's acquisition of Mount. But look, hey, we've got McAllister and Szoboszlai, so you know we're of course happy with that. That's an image of them. At the resumption of pre-season training in July, a defensive midfielder did not seem to be high on the agenda. Yes, Liverpool were weighing up whether to sign a long-term successor to Fabinho. There had been a gentle inquiry made to Southampton about Lavia's situation, but it was far from certain they would buy a third midfielder in this window. So it's interesting. Liverpool weren't looking, guys, to go and buy a midfielder had it not been for the sale of Fabinho. I think they really expected Fabinho to stay, and they were caught by surprise by Fabinho, obviously expressing his desire to move to Saudi Arabia. I know Liverpool accepted the bid, but if he didn't want to go, Klopp would have wanted to keep him, and he was part of the spine, you know. Obviously, this, as mentioned just a moment ago, and obviously the Athletic saying it now, that all changed quickly when Fabinho and Jordan Henderson were persuaded by the prospect of obviously earning fortunes in Saudi Arabia for obviously Al Ittihad and Al Ettifaq. Klopp had been preparing for the season with the duo on board, but they departed at the end of July. Suddenly, buying a new number 6 became a necessity, especially as neither Thiago nor young defensive midfielder Stefan Bajcetic would be fit for the start of the season as they completed their rehabilitation from long-term injuries. When it became clear Fabinho was going to be sold, Liverpool's data department started passing on information about possible replacements. The 3 names high on the list, guys, high on the list, were Caicedo, Lavia, and Aston Villa's Boubacar Kamara. Yeah, even at that stage of the summer, nobody could have predicted that Liverpool and Chelsea would go head-to-head as much as they did. Goes on to obviously say, this is obviously focusing on Chelsea, that not only did Chelsea go and sign Leslie Ugochukwu from Rennes, they still wanted Caicedo and Lavia. Obviously, bid for Lavia in January, obviously in the last year. Not in January, but the season before for 50 million. Obviously, didn't get him from Southampton. Chelsea data team showed how the duo could complement each other as a number 6 combination, especially starting in a double pivot. Primarily, they saw Lavia's strengths as a midfielder in possession and Caicedo's forte out of possession. That's going to be enough of that one. But what I'm going to say to you people is this is very, very worrying. Why have Liverpool not gone for the third man on the list that plays for a team like an Aston Villa? It seems we're linked with Amrabat. We're negotiating for Doucouré, who they're valuing at 70 to 80 million. But Kamara is the one off the card, and we've actually ended up getting Wataru Endo. Money can't be an issue because Liverpool have shown that they're willing to go and spend big. Caicedo, they're willing to obviously go and spend 111 million. For Lavia, it was 65. 65 million doesn't get you Boubacar Kamara? I don't know, people. Please let me know, man. Please let me know, man. Shout out to Cruz Banter, coming with a banter. But yeah, it's peak. It's peak. So I'm looking at it right now. Angel Knight 68 saying, look, Kamara, 24 games, 1 assist, no goals, 23 years old. Sorry, JJ, I take Ramsey, but not Kamara. Not impressed. He's a DM. French international, has played for France. I don't need him to get assists. I don't need him to get goals. He's a defensive midfielder. Ironically, I'd actually be really happy with actually going and getting the likes of a Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa as well. We haven't signed Wataru Endo with great attacking stats. His passing's really bad when you're looking at it statistically. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad signing, no. But Liverpool were looking to go and sign Doucouré. Doucouré hasn't got any goals or assists last season. Yet, we're happy with Doucouré. Worrying times, man. Worrying times. But look, we've got joining me. You got Ram in the building. What's going on, Ram?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And then just hearing this news, bro, is just piss take. Piss take. Like, if he is part of the list, why aren't we getting him?
He's not, no, but he's part of the top 3. Listen, I don't doubt that Liverpool got a list that has about 20, 30 names. And he could have been on that list. And if he was like 30th on that list, it's like, all right, they don't see him as a viable option. He was number 3. If he was number 3, where was Endo on the list? Where's Decore on that list? Where's Amrabat on that list? Where's Paina on that list? Yeah, we haven't been linked with this guy.
I don't know, bro. Honestly, I have nothing to say. Absolutely nothing to say. It don't make sense if he's 3rd on your list, but there was no real contact made about the player, even from his side. This makes no sense, man. It doesn't. It don't.
Big up to JC. Andre, where's he on that list?
Fuck knows.
The only way I can kind of rationalize it in my head, the only way I can rationalize it in my head is that Liverpool have said, you know what, or Klopp or the higher ups and the bosses, hence why, and I believe it was, they just said no. We don't want him. After the data was presented to them. So Schumacher, whoever else has come back, and this is the list. We've got Lavia, Caicedo, and Kamara. They've said we don't want Kamara.
Yeah. That's the only...
And we ended up getting none of the top 3 targets. That's crazy to me.
That's poor. It's not crazy, bro. It's poor. It's really bad. How is it that you got 3 players on your list and you haven't got either of them in a position that we need to fill? But don't worry, man. Trust your manager. Trust the owners, bro. That's what they say, innit?
Bro, I need to see what's going on in this chat, man. I need to know what people are saying. We've got Boom Boom 43 saying, how much are Villa looking at for Kamara?
Bro.
I don't know, but we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have a look at the stats, 100%, man. So, guys, 100 of us in the building. Please make sure we are smashing a like. That's hugely appreciated as always. Thank you. We got G saying he's gonna be on soon. He's letting them know. So, guys, make sure you're liking before the bouncer comes, and when Megatron comes in, the stream might just get stopped halfway because the likes aren't up. So please make sure we're smashing a like. We've got Anfield Road N saying, big up JJ, big up to yourself, saying sick of this unserious club and this Facio manager. Biggest rebuild needed in years, and these men still winging it. Joke ting. Alexander Delos saying Jude got sick of the tapping up. And he got sick of the FaceTimes, man.
Yeah. The Zoom calls.
Boom Boom saying very bad influences to be taken advice from. I don't know what's that in regards to, but let me know. Big up to Musa saying why you are always trying to collect the petition on the players Liverpool have to sign. Is there any player signed by supporters' vote or interest? I do not see your investigation is being valued.
Huh? We're here to give opinions, bro. If you don't like the opinions, then you can go watch something else, bro. That's how it is. Why you gotta make it something major when it's something so minor, bro?
I'm asking you, would you guys be happy with someone like that? If you're just one of them fans that just doesn't have an opinion, you just ride the boat and just fine, that's fine. You can be a goat, you can be a sheep, but this channel here is for anyone, and I always say it, for anyone to be able to go and just be able to discuss and talk. What else do you want to talk about? We're talking about transfers. Would you be happy with a transfer? I'm asking you a question. I'm confused. Unless I'm reading it wrong, Musa. But big up to yourself. We got Alexander Delos saying, thank God. Angel Knight 68 saying 7-year life-changing contracts played their part. Let's have it right. I mean, they did. But
nine for Caicedo.
Yeah, no, 100% they did. But that's not the sole reason as why they would move. That's not the sole reason. Because you could easily look at that and be like, I could go to Chelsea and flop. They could sell me in a year's time. So, you know, we've got Cruz bantering me saying, times like this, Then I looked to my left, saw Caicedo. Yeah, man. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you expose yourself, fam. You see, as soon as you get a bit excited as a Liverpool fan, this is what happens. You get banter from. It must be like a Chelsea fan or someone, man. Must be. We've got Ace Chaos saying linked FC. LFC Aaron saying Man City want Matheus Nunes, Ornstein. Oh no. Oh, you're so funny. Two players. If it's Matheus Nunes and Doku, yeah, it's two players now that Liverpool have turned the blind eye to and tried to be like, nah, they're not good enough. I don't like Doku. I don't like Matheus Nunes. I don't want him. And watch them go to City, and now people are gonna be raving about them. Man.
People wanted Doku, but Doku was far too young, innit, to come through at that time.
It was last year we wanted Doku.
Last year. It wasn't last year. The last real transfer news that came out for Doku was in 2019.
Oh, was it? Fairs.
The real, like, proper transfer rumor that came out that's actually reliable was 2019 when it was like 17 or 18. So yeah.
Fairs. We've got Jermaine saying this club has 0 IQ.
We could just let G run the club, bro. Just let G run the club.
We've got Boom Boom saying Endo gonna cook. Boom Boom saying DM's brief can be to win the ball and just give it to Big Dom. We've got Luke Soboslai just letting 1968 Angel 1968 saying Kamara a DM, not a attacking mid. Big up to Bear. Bear saying Klopp didn't want Lavia and Kamara. Remember, Klopp didn't want Salah, but he was persuaded by Michael Edwards. Facts, man. Facts. Couple more. Nicholas Simpson saying maybe we made an approach and they said they don't want to sell. Always a possibility. Decorev said they don't want to sell. Jamrock saying I wanted Kamara from his last season at Marseille. I actually do remember that. Shout out to obviously K-Mac saying Jerry, I've been raving about Kamara for time. He's class. Big up to Alex Gold saying Jerry, players don't have to accept the transfer. If Chelsea won't rid, they can sit there for 8 years and collect their money. Yeah, but you want to play though. Like you know what I mean? It's a fine line. I hear that, but you don't get the situation like Maguire just saying, you know what, I'm going to ride out my contract and not play. Do you know what I mean? For a while. So do you know what I mean? JC saying, what you think about Phillips? Do you think Pep wants to keep him? I don't think so, man, but we'll have to wait and see. But look, G, before we obviously get into the stats, I want to look at Kamara and see what he's saying as a player and see maybe, look, I'm looking at it and thinking, look, it's crazy. Liverpool didn't go for this player at all. He's a top 3 target. We've just read on The Athletic. But, you know, Liverpool haven't gone for him. Maybe there's something in the stats that suggests why Liverpool didn't go for him. But on the basis of it, G, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm confused.
Yeah, like I keep saying, bro, like it's not my job. Who's losing the 15 million?
It is your job, bro.
When this dies, it isn't, bro. As in, I don't even care like that. As in, buy whoever you want to buy, sell whoever you want to sell. Have your targets, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? The fan base are doing up copium, telling me, yeah, Endo, yeah. I want one person in this chat to tell me about Endo prior to us signing. No one was looking at Endo, bro. You know, you definitely 100% was not looking at Endo prior to this window. In fact, you've never looked at Endo. You've never once mentioned him. You've never even stated him in conversation.
I've watched
I've
watched Endo. So technically, I looked
at him,
but I didn't want him out of Liverpool. So it's different.
Exactly. I talk about bare players. There's bare players I'll talk about. I don't want none of these guys. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just think like, we've all got our targets. We've all got players that we like. That's calm. Do your thing. But Liverpool clearly have their own set of targets. Clearly that we want to actually go out there and sign. So I'm looking at it thinking, if Klopp's got this almighty power that he's got right now, he's the one picking the players. He hasn't got the Michael Edwards or the Julian Wards or whoever behind the recruitment staff or whoever clearly behind him to actually give him some type of indication to say, yo, maybe this is the guy, i.e. the Salah situation. Maybe Julian Brandt doesn't really work here. Maybe if we actually go for this person, he might be cheaper. I don't know what Brandt would have been like back then. It might be cheaper and he might actually be a bit more effective for Liverpool. Obviously, they would never have known that Salah would have been this good. Like no one would have known that. But they probably thought he might be a better option. He doesn't have those people behind him. What he's got next to him is a guy who Listen, bro. I told Jerry, yo, Jerry, I beg of you, bro, please. I want pizza, but I want pepperoni and pepperoni only. Can you go do that for me? Yeah, calm. Don't watch that, bro. I'll get that. This ain't and he'll go out there and potentially go and do that. This ain't a situation where I told Jerry, I want some pepperoni. He comes back with a fucking pineapple pizza. Nah, this ain't one of them situations. He's going there to go and get him exactly what he wants. He wants Endo. He wants Zoboslai. He wants McAllister. He wants these guys. This conversation in like people talking about FSG and bro, Klopp wants these guys. He's the one with the power at the moment. FSG have obviously given him more power, so you can blame whoever in that sense. But they've given him the power to go do that. He's the one identifying alongside Pep Yinders, who's also trying to identify these kind of players and stuff like that. So yeah, right now I'm just sitting there, I'm chilling, bro. Look, honestly, there isn't really much else that we could, you know what I mean, we can do. Give me one set, yeah. Got the doorbell ringing.
Yeah,
That's calm,
so
man.
Jesus got to go and get his pineapple pizza from the oven, man. So I mean, he's got to go and do. Angel 968 saying, watch Villa 10 plus times for Villa. Didn't even notice him. John McGinn more aggressive and more impressive. Doesn't Douglas Luiz play DM for Villa? They play with a double pivot. And
But
they
he's
play
more
with
suited as a lone pivot that drops into the defense because he used to play centre back for Marseille as well.
Yes, exactly. And that's always a good sign. If your DM is playing every single game, but you're not noticing him, it means he's doing a good job. It means he's doing a very good job.
I mean, I still want Zubimendi, bro.
We ain't getting no one like that, man.
Why? Why? What don't I? JJ, tell me why we wouldn't get someone like that.
Look at the German manager. Do you think he knows what to do with a ball playing DM that's not really a destroyer, but more of a controller? No. That's not got the most pace. That's not the... No.
I mean, he had Sebastian Kehl.
Huh?
He had Sebastian Kehl.
And what was he doing? What was he known for?
He was just a destroyer.
Exactly. Just a destroyer. As in, you can work with that, not someone that can't destroy like that, but he's just great at just getting the ball and doing the little like interceptions and stuff like that. He's just not going to work. Jamrock saying, what is the profile of a DM that Liverpool are looking for? Kamara, Lavia, Caicedo are not the same.
So I keep telling people, bro, like, what fucking midfield are you looking for, bro? Like, 1 minute it's this guy, next minute it's that guy. The fan base don't even know what midfielder they want. They want destroyer. Half of them want a guy who can play football. Then you're telling me about Decore. I'm like, okay, well, he can't play football. So what do we do then? Like, I don't really get it. Nobody knows because Liverpool Football Club don't actually have a clear plan. And I think I mentioned this before on a previous stream because someone was like, why do we need to know? I think I mentioned it was on Spaces actually. And they were talking about why do we need to know, you know, the ins and outs. I was like, I don't need to know what players you sign. I need to know that the club has a plan. If we can see something in the squad as fans, fair enough, that's one perspective. But if we're all in unison that we might need a certain type of player and we're looking then at so many different types of players, where's the plan in the football club? Most clubs, you will notice the plan. Man City, certain players leave. Guess what? Gundogan left. They need to get a player to fill that hole. So guess what they go and do? They go and sign Kovacic. They go and do that. Laporte's left now or is gone to wherever he's gone. Guess who they go and fill that hole? They go and get Vardio. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a difference clearly in what we're doing and what other clubs are doing. Arsenal knew that they needed someone in that midfield to play in that position. They go and get Declan Rice. They needed someone who could potentially play in that almost false 8, 9, and 10. What do they go and do? They go and get the one guy in the Premier League who could probably do a role to a certain degree. They go and get Kai Havertz. Like, we, for some weird reason, don't seem to go and just get the players that we need. It's always about, I want Lavia, who's totally different to Caicedo, who's then different to Decore, who's then different to Andre, who's then different to Gravenberch, who's then Kone. And bro, it's too many, man. It's boring now.
Yeah. No, I heard that, man. I heard that. But look, what we're going to do now, people, is, you know what? Why not have a look at the stats? And maybe there's something that we're not seeing. Maybe from a stats perspective, Kamara isn't great. Maybe Angel 968 is right. So obviously that's what we're going to do right now. Let me just share my screen.
Yo, I love salted popcorn, you know. Salted popcorn, bro. I love it.
Bro, yeah.
Man said, yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
ain't
lunchtime
salty
where
like
I'm
that,
at, bro.
I'm not salty like that, bro.
No. Man, salty like that still.
So,
So that means you man are fruity niggas. You guys are fruity guys.
What are you
no, I like
fruity,
sweet
bro?
and salted. I like sweet and salted. I
Yeah,
like
you're
having a
fruity
nice-
guys.
That's going. That is
Yeah, you're
going.
fruity guys.
That
Ooh,
is
I
going.
like the little.
JJ's
ooh,
right. JJ's right.
Yeah, fruity
Them
guys.
sweet-
Yeah, fruity guys. Fruity guys.
Nah, you're just eating that prison stuff, man.
Yeah, you're just
that's
pissed,
that's
bro.
like basic. You actually just get the popcorn kind of prawns, yeah, from
Yeah.
Asda,
Okay.
90p. You put them in a pan and just sprinkle salt over them. See, I used to be like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore, man. I'm not
We saying
doing
you like? What you saying you like?
Bro,
We saying you like daiquiris and that.
why not? I like mango
Okay.
daiquiri. Why not?
All right. Let's continue with Kamara still.
I swear.
Please.
Oh, you like your Guinness, innit? You like your Guinness and that, innit? You like to just drink stuff just to
Guinness is
go
dead.
see, man. I hear you.
Guinness, Supermalt, they're all dead. They're all trash.
Oi, gee.
They're actually
That's what
disgusting.
you say about Supermalt,
Yeah.
bro.
Supermalt
Certain
is
people
But
are happy.
Supermalt tastes like dirt, and you just try to mix a bit of
People
flavor
will
in
kill
there.
you. Certain people will kill you for saying something like
Yeah,
that.
tell them to come find me. Tell them to come find me. Tell them to come find me.
But
I'll
cool.
let them know.
So
I mean, I don't
seeing
disagree with Supermalt, though. I don't disagree with that.
All right, cool. So we're seeing, guys, Boubacar Kamara, these are the stats. Obviously, French international, 23 years of age, going to be 24 at the end of the year. So great age profile for Liverpool, obviously a midfielder, right-footed, 184 centimeters. So he's about 5'10", 5'9", so not the shortest player.
No. He's 6 foot.
184 isn't 6 foot,
183 is 6 foot.
is it?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Because 5'10 is 178, which is what I am. Well, 5'10 and a half.
All right, it's 6 foot. There we go. Just over 6 foot. Well done, Ram. So yeah, do you know what I mean? Ram obviously just you need to make sure, do you know what I mean, that
He faced the German quotes.
yeah, exactly. But he's 6 foot, so good height, can obviously play in defense and in midfield. Really interestingly, his strengths that SofaScore suggesting that his strengths are obviously positioning, which is great, but he has no outstanding weaknesses, which is quite interesting because he's quite good on the ball. Defensively, he's solid. He's strong. He can run. Good profile. We're looking here. These are obviously in the last. We'll have a look here. Let's go have a look here at obviously some of the stats here. So this is obviously from this season already. So he's obviously 68 touches per 90 in the last 2 games. 49 passes that were accurate per game. So he's got an 85% passing accuracy. In terms of passes in his own half, he's obviously at 91%. So he's obviously playing as a DM. But 79% of his passes actually make it in the opposition half. He makes about 1.5 accurate long balls per 90. So that's about 50%. Chipped passes similar as well. When we're looking at passes and making 1 interception per game, 0.5 tackles per game, which is only 2 games gone. Winning possession 0.5 times. Dribbled pass per game 1.5. Clearances per game 0.5. No errors leading to shots or errors leading to goals. He's got 67% of his dribbles are successful. 4 duels won, 3 ground duels won, 1 aerial duel won, position lost 11.5, fouls 3. I think it would be great to obviously comparing. I think I'm going to do that in a minute, and if we do it here, let's compare him to Lavia, for example, or Caicedo.
Cool. While you're doing that, yeah, what type of midfielder do you think he is? Like, if you had to, if someone asked you, oh, what type of midfielder is Kamara? What would you say he is?
A defensive
midfielder, like a lone 6.
Like a defensive.
Okay, no, sorry, not position-wise. We know it's the DM. I mean, what type of midfielder do you think he is? So, i.e., is he Rodri? I.e., not a destroyer. He's actually a ball-playing midfielder who can do the play the football, blah blah. Or is he a Mascherano?
More of a destroyer, though. More of a Mascherano than a Rodri.
But he's just a bit. He's good at everything. As in, like, he's well-rounded. So he's not specialized in one thing. He just seems good.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I ain't got on my beard. I need to cut this beard one of these times, man. I need to trim it down.
But I feel like if you all had like a marking of every single aspect of a DM. He'll be like a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 for most.
A lot of the stats, yeah. Because
so he's not really specialized.
Yeah, but he's not special. No, but he's not special.
So he's not special. He's not a specialized in anything, but he's a jack of all trades.
No, but I think he is specialized because I would never go and say, yeah, he can go and play in the 8 ever.
But as a DM,
no. But I mean, as a DM, that's what I mean. Yeah, as a DM kind of thing. You think he's
because I think
we know Mascherano specializes in being a destroyer. So whatever attributes you want to put into that, he doesn't specialize in being. He can never do the Rodri role. Yeah. No way. I'm trying to say he can never do that type.
Yeah, but you see, with like Kamara, I would never think he could do the Rodri role though. I would never put that in his category. Okay. So I wouldn't. I would say he's more of a destroyer, but he's good enough on the ball to go and be able to go and play out. Do you know what I mean? Like he can play out.
He's like Fofana, but so much better on the ball compared to Fofana.
Yes.
Better passer, better technically on the ball.
That type of midfielder where he can go and he's good enough to go and play in defense. Like if you played in defense, it's like okay, he plays in defense.
So like,
would you then say that Fofana? Go on.
I feel as though Fofana as a lone 6 wouldn't be as effective as him as a double pivot next to Trent. But I feel like with Kamara, he could do both. To a very
so jack of all trades. But Fofana can play as a lone 6 better than Kamara can play as a lone 6, effectively.
No, Kamara could play better as a lone 6 than Fofana.
Just because the player can go and do multiple roles doesn't mean he's a jack of all trades. It means that he's good enough to go and do it to an elite level.
No. So I'm trying to figure out how you man are rating him in terms of. I like Kamara. I think we should have signed him time ago. I don't know why we didn't. He was on a free at the time. I think we should have signed him. But just from the comparison, what you guys are saying in terms of, let's say we're using Fofana in this instance. So you're saying that. Forget the if you can do double pivot, that's all great. Yeah, I mean, if you don't play it, then it doesn't really even matter. I just mean like what type of midfielder is he? And then obviously in relation to that, what type of midfielder are we then even looking for? Because as an example, if we're looking for someone who can do everything, as an example, so he can do the double pivot, he can play in a lone 6 and blah, 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 then we kind of already have players who can do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I asked at the beginning, we have our targets, which we would probably say should be added to the squad. But this is why I think Liverpool are not going out to get these guys, because he might be able to do that, but so can Curtis Jones, so can McAllister. These guys can do all of these things. They're just not potentially doing it maybe as good as we all want them to be. But they can do that. McAllister can play in double pivot, he can play in a lone 6.
But do you think these players can play in a lone 6? Like, I think like I would never go and look at Kamara and be like, yeah, he can play in that advanced 8 the way Jones can. Like for me, Kamara is like
but that's the point.
He could go and play right back. He could easily go and play right back. He could play at centre back and he could play at DM. But that's it.
Oh, I want to say right back.
Yeah, I was going to say right back. I don't know about that.
But he's done it for Marseille. He's played at centre back. He's got legs to get up and down the pitch.
Yeah, but emergency.
Yeah, that's my point. Like when Caicedo played at right back, I'm not saying he's going to be no attacking, bomb, skillful right back. I'm saying he could easily do what Ben White was doing for Arsenal, playing at right back. He could also go and play in defensive mid. So that's the type of DM that we're talking about. If you're talking about a specialist DM, he's more of a specialist DM than a Lavia.
That I agree with.
Lavia is not a specialist DM.
But we're trying to distinguish. But you guys are saying he isn't specialist at anything. You've just named that he's good at doing this, he's good at doing that. I've not heard that he's specialist.
When we say specialist, he's a defensive player. He's a specialist.
He's a defensive midfielder. But as a defensive, as like if you're gonna profile a defensive midfielder, like you got like a playmaker or a destroyer, or he's just a bit of everything. Like he doesn't have he's a bit of like a blank sheet of paper. Like he's just good at everything, and he hasn't specialized in one area yet, which a manager would probably do with him.
But that's what it is. It's like when he was at Marseille, he was a centre back. He then went and played at Marseille as a DM and was just a destroyer DM. At Aston Villa now, when they're playing with 2 midfielders and they've got McGinn out wide. And they've got Bailey out wide with Watkins and Diaby up top. He's got to do a bit more. He can't just sit and be a single pivot and just be a destroyer. So he has to go and do more. So that's what he is in terms of midfielder. But if you had to go and profile him, he's just straight DM. I think we can see it even on the profile here. It says DM and centre back. It says
but he just has, but he has qualities of different types of DMs. That's what we're saying. He
So
just
do
has
you then
little
think-
bits and pieces of everything.
Cool. So we'll then move it forward because I want to get the conversation going. So why do Liverpool need to sign him? What would he add to Liverpool?
Defensive stability. He'd offer us cover. People speak about Liverpool needing a centre back. He's someone that could definitely go and do that. We've already got an
100%.
Endo who can also play in DM. He's going to
And
be
centre-back.
defensively solid. We're seeing here through Sofa score, his positioning is very, very, very good. That's what's going to be very, very necessary, especially when you've got Trent bombing on, you've got Robbo bombing on, and you're just left with a 2. He can break up play. That's everything
also,
that we need from a DM. And he can also play. And he can also play. He's not a scrub.
That's the big thing. He could play football. And one thing that we at times underrated Fabinho for, he used to start off a lot of attacks. And we used to get a lot of goals. One thing that comes straight to my head, that goal that Salah scored where he turned David Luiz against Arsenal in 2019, that all started from Fabinho with that long ball over to Salah, or was it Trent? I can't remember. He has the capacity to do that, and I'd argue Lavia does have that, but I don't think Caicedo has that in him to do what Fabinho used to do. But Kamara can do that.
But I would say Caicedo is better in tight spaces than Kamara.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I don't think Kamara has the. No, but I don't think Kamara has the.
What we've seen.
I don't think Kamara has the dribbling prowess or the agility or the body movement to do that. But that's not what we don't want. That's not what we want him to do, though. That's the thing.
But
then Endo does that. So then I'm like,
No, but Kamara's very good. But one thing Kamara's very good at is going and progressing with the ball. So he can get the ball from a defensive thing, and because of his height and his pass and his strength carrying the ball, he can carry the ball up. He might not be
as good as Caicedo.
Yeah, 100%. When you look at Caicedo,
not as good as Caicedo, JJ.
I don't think so. But I think Caicedo is very good at looking at the
Caicedo is very cheap.
No, but it's really interesting. But it's really interesting looking at, for example, the Athletic. The Athletic actually speak about that. Chelsea looked as Caicedo as the better option off the ball. But on the ball, they need a Lavia. Hence why they went and got a Lavia. They haven't got Lavia.
No, but
it's like, you either play Lavia or Caicedo.
But remember, we're talking
one brother that they feel can just do that dirty work and clean up, but give the ball to Lavia. So Lavia can go and progress it and end up. So what I'm saying
but in this conversation, forget even forget Lavia. I'm just talking between the Caicedo and Kamara. If they had to pick between the two, they would never go Kamara because Caicedo is better on the ball, in my opinion. He's a lot better at progressing the ball because you can clearly see in the way that they do progress the ball. I'm not saying that Kamara isn't good. I think he is good. I think he's a good player. I don't want anyone to think that, I think he's shit.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is that we're obviously, if you're looking at the two, you're like, okay, well, to me, the way I look at the way that, it might just be down to styles. Obviously, he's playing at Brighton. And Kamara was obviously at Aston Villa. They don't really play similar styles that way. But we got to see what Caicedo was like in tight spaces. Excellent. Absolutely 10 out of 10 marks. Loved it. Yeah, I mean, under pressure, you ain't getting the ball off, man. You know what I'm saying? He can pop it. He can keep the ball. He's calm with someone being literally a nanosecond away from him. He can do whatever he needs to do under pressure. And then we got to see what he's like when he drives with the ball. For someone so short as well, to my recollection, I don't actually know what height he is, but he seems like a short person. He's able to really get away from his opponents. I'm not saying that Kamara can't do that, but I don't see that in any games that I've seen of Kamara. That's not really something that I'm noticing with him. Not to say he can't do it, but it's not really something that I notice with him in his game. His game more seems to be quite simple. And it seems to be everywhere he's been, it's just been simple football, if that makes sense. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, I hear what you're saying. I think that personally, all that stuff is down to how a team goes and plays. Because I would go and compare Kamara closer to like a Declan Rice than I would a Caicedo. If I had to go and look at profiles,
but Declan Rice is very good at progressing the ball. Kamara ain't nowhere near that level.
But when you watch Kamara, this is what I'm saying. Next time, watch when we face Aston Villa. Watch what he does. A lot of what he does is he gets the balls from there. They have Douglas Luiz that's quite higher than Kamara. They have the same kind of issue with us where the gaps are there are massive gaps in the midfield because they want to go and try press higher, but they've also got a defense that's quite deep, which is obviously a bit different to Liverpool. And he gets the ball and drives with the ball. And yes, he doesn't go and do a step over and do anything mad. And the onus isn't on him like a Declan Rice, where it's like, go on, Rice, do whatever you want to go and do, essentially. If you want to go run down into the channel, you can go and do that. but he will go and drive up and pop the ball into a McGinn, pop the ball into a Douglas Luiz. That already higher up the pitch. But he's also got the understanding, and I think in terms of like an IQ or like a defensive kind of awareness, I think he's got a higher defensive awareness than Caicedo. I think Caicedo's has traits that make him very, very good defensively. So he's got the tenacity to kind of get back. He's got recovery pace. He's got this. But a lot of the time with Brighton, if you look at Brighton, and I was looking at their XG, they conceded a lot of goals last season. They attacked a lot, but they conceded a lot of goals. And a lot of the time is Caicedo might have been out of position. We saw even in the Chelsea game. That's going to be
but then we saw Aston Villa were absolutely dog shite until Emery came in, like dog shite.
No, exactly. No, but that's systematic. That's not.
And this is what I'm saying. Same thing, Caicedo. It's just systematic as to why you would see Brighton conceding a lot of goals, but then on the flip side, when they're defensively sound, they're calm.
Yeah, but I think Chelsea are going to go and do the same thing, because I think when you go and see it, Caicedo was never left. Caicedo was never left as a single DM, and I think it's interesting that Chelsea have actually gone and tried to go and get a Lavia, and haven't just said, "Yeah, we've got Caicedo. We're done now. We can play Caicedo, Endo, and have Kenny Chukwuemeka, or we can have Ugochukwu that we went and signed." They went out and spent 65 million on another midfielder. And after reading The Athletic, it's because Poch is saying he needs a Lavia. He sees they see Caicedo as the guy to do the dirty work, and Lavia to play in a double pivot with him that's going to do the stuff on the ball and allow Endo to be more creative further forward. Which suggests to me that Caicedo isn't good enough to be a lone six unless we go and develop him. Unless, obviously, and I think Liverpool are looking to go and do that.
Yeah, but he could still be a lone. So you think what? Lavia is going to be the lone six? So you think if all three play, Lavia's the lone six?
But that was our worry, isn't it? If we went and got Lavia, our worry was...
No, but okay, cool. I'm saying in Chelsea's team, if let's say
all three of them... But now they're going to play with a double pivot. That's what the article was saying. That's what I'm saying. But
how does a double pivot? That doesn't even make sense, because where does Enzo play then in that double pivot?
Enzo will be playing next to him. Yeah.
So there's number 10.
Advance of the eights. So
he's going to be a number 10, effectively.
No, he's going to be a 10, 8. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the more advanced of the two deeper line players. So let's say you've got Caicedo as the DM. You're going to have Lavia, that's the one next to him, but he's going to have a bit more freedom to go and carry the ball and get forward and get into that final third, to then pop it off to an Enzo, and Enzo can do what he was doing against Liverpool, where he was popping the ball off. So you had Enzo and Gallagher in that midfield before, when they played obviously with the two. You had Gallagher, that was the deepest of them. You had Sterling that was coming in midfield as well. So Sterling was coming in midfield, and you had Enzo that was just the creator. That's what they're going to go and try and do. 100%. 100%.
So, okay, cool. So then if we're saying that just so that we can move on to the next thing, Caicedo would have been a perfect signing for Liverpool then. If everything you're saying, because we're going to play with a double pivot, we need exactly what everything you're saying about Chelsea, that's exactly what Liverpool are doing. Exact same thing, which is you want one player who can play with the ball, and then you need someone else who's more defensively solid, hence why you got Endo. So if we're going to do the same thing, Caicedo's perfect then. Absolutely perfect. Alongside
we're not looking to play with a double pivot though. That's the difference. We're looking to
we're effectively playing with a double pivot.
No, that's when Trent's coming into the ball. That's to overload the midfield, though. That's not the same as having, we've got two DMs where you still have your width, and they're still going to have their width with Reece James and Chilwell and stuff. But we're going to have a double pivot, and we're going to go and try build through the plays through midfield. It's completely different with Liverpool. With Liverpool, even when McAllister was there, a lot of the time, McAllister's getting the ball and he's finding Salah straight away. We're not playing into, we're not, Soberslai's not coming mad deep, and we're building through Soberslai, and you've got the other Gakpo that's coming mad deep. We're not doing that. That's why Trent's coming into midfield, so we can go and push those players further forward. If we were doing that with Caicedo, I think we'd still be in a position where we would need a more kind of solid DM. It's like we would never just go and play Gini in midfield by himself, because Gini's very similar to it's very similar profile to like a Caicedo.
Yeah, Gini can't play at number 6 to save his life. I would never put him in number 6 position, but you could put Fabinho in that position.
No, exactly. Liverpool have just got rid of Fabinho, and I've got a player that I would say stylistically, Caicedo's more similar to a Gini than a Fabinho. Hence why I don't, going back to your point, profile-wise, hence why going back to your point and Jamrock's point, I don't know what type of midfielder Liverpool are trying to sign.
Because and this is why I wanted to start this discussion. This is why because we're saying all these names, Kamara, this guy, and I'm like, okay, but what are they coming to do here that we need? Because we've got what we need, technically speaking. If you looked at the squad, you've got literally everything that you need. You don't actually need anything more.
We haven't got
like,
a DM.
why are we asking for more?
'Cause we
Endo
haven't
is a
got-
DM.
No,
Endo is a
we haven't
DM, bro.
got- we-
No, we've got
no,
Endo
but
as
we
a
need to
DM, but
replace-
obviously the whole point of us is that we don't know whether Endo's good enough or not. So remember, we on the premise when we signed
Klopp
Endo,
does.
when you
This
went
is-
and broke the
this is-
news on your channel, when you broke the news, we were all thinking like, oh, okay, we're getting Endo, but we're probably going to get someone else until James Pierce.
No.
came out.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I want to get to the crux of. Because it's not you two saying it. I really want people in the chat, and big up everybody who's inside. There's 141 of you watching, so make sure you're smashing the like. The reason why I want to get to this crux is that Liverpool fans, one, we don't know. We have zero idea what the hell that they want to do. We're all throwing up names. We're just throwing up bag of names of players that we think. Today, it's going to be Boubacar Kamara. Why the Yesterday, it's Decore. Everyone watched one game of Decore, and now people don't really want him, blah, blah, blah. The day before, it's Andre. Now I'm saying, yeah, Andre's the guy. Andre and what's his name? Kamara, they are worlds apart from each other. They're not even remotely close. So why would we then go and look for an Andre, and then we're looking at Kamara? Like, can you see why it's so baffling?
So when we discussed Andre yesterday, we thought Andre would be the Thiago replacement when we get him in January, because we all know we're not going to re-sign Thiago, and Andre's more of a replacement for Thiago, and more of a similar profile to Thiago.
And what is Thiago? And okay, so what's Thiago? Like, what is he in this team? I don't care about the player. What is he in this team? Where does he play?
He's an 8.
He's an 8. So you think that he's coming in to play in another 8 position that we already have 2 or 3 other players to play in that same position?
Yeah, because he's going to leave.
Okay.
And I don't think, let's be honest, Klopp doesn't go in and clearly he doesn't trust Jones and Elliott.
Well, he trusts
Why would you say that?
as
You trust Jones?
advanced player. As an advanced player.
No. He trusted Jones and used Jones, and Jones kind of repaid his faith. If he really trusted Jones, he would have went and just said, you know what, we're going to go and get a random backup for Jones, like an Endo signing, but in an 8, as an 8, and said, Jones, we're running with you. You're our main guy. We went and signed McAllister, and we went and
why do you think he didn't trust?
Huh?
Why do you think we didn't? Why doesn't he trust Jones? I want you to say it, not you, not Ram. I want you to say it,
because he doesn't have to use a player like that.
Jerry, why doesn't he trust Jones, bro?
Because he doesn't know how to use a player like that. I'm telling you why.
That's not the reason why he doesn't. He knows how to use it because he's using him in the way that he wants to use him.
He's using him, but he doesn't know that's like a secondary thing. It's like, yeah, Jones is great when we're using him like this and he can do this role, but we don't want like Jones at his best we don't want that type of Jones. We don't want that type of player. Like Jones.
No, they want no. This is what I'm saying. Me and you will look at it and be like, Jones in this dead. I'm not even on that. I don't even like seeing Jones doing all of this stuff. I hate it, like watching Jones like that. I like the Jones that I saw when he came up through the academy. Boom, 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 boom. Again, let's get to the crux of it. Who is the one who's picking the team and putting these players into this position? It's Klopp. So Klopp wants him to play there because he thinks he can do that role. Whether we even think, yeah, he can't do this, he can do that, blah, blah, it doesn't even matter because he wants him to do that. Like he fully believes Jones can do that role. Like he fully believes he can do that role.
But this is my point, is that he believes it. But remember, he believed it when he had to believe it because that was the only time he could go and play it. As in, like, we had no other options. What I'm saying is, when other options are available, Jones doesn't feel that he can go and do that role because otherwise he would have just gone and played him more often. At the start of the season, he would have just been like, yeah, sorry, who did we actually start? Yeah, Gakpo, yeah, you're starting up front. Jota, you're on the bench, and Jones, you're playing. He decided to go Gakpo in midfield.
So, because he's not fucking good enough. That's why he did it. Not good enough to do that role.
But you signed an extension for him, and you're not trying to send him out. So clearly, you don't.
And this is what I'm saying, Jay. But this is what I'm saying, and this is what and this is what I want people to understand.
He does think he's good enough,
but he's gone out and signed better players, and he's even playing an attacker in that position. So where is Jones's position within this squad? And this is what I'm saying. We go back to Thiago, we go back to Bajcetic, we go back to all of these players that the fan base, not you guys here, the fan base go wild about, and they're like, oh my goodness, this guy can do this and that guy can do that. And I'm sitting there like, do what? Because the manager's showing you he's out here signing players in those same positions. Same position. He signed someone in Curtis Jones. Same position that Curtis Jones had been playing in. He went to go sign someone better. He didn't sign like a meaty brother where you signed like an Endo in Jones's position. If he did that, then I would have said, fair enough. Jones is going to be the guy. What does he go and do? Donny went to go and get McAllister, one of the better players in that position. He went to go and get a Zoboslai. Like, come on.
Klopp's always done that.
When has he ever done that? When has he ever done that?
Why now, Keita?
So when we had Lallana, it was Gini Wijnaldum, Lallana, and Emre Can. He went and then signed Gini Wijnaldum, and obviously we still had those players there. He then within that time, so we had Henderson there as well, right? He then went and signed Naby Keita. He then went and signed Ox. He then went and signed Fabinho, and he done that all the while. He started just playing the same players. And even when we signed Ox, even when we signed Naby Keita, even when we went and had Curtis Jones come through, then Elliott was coming through the ranks. Thiago came through, and whether it's because of injury or not, he always went and played the same damn breaders, the same midfield, and he always tried to upgrade. So what?
I don't think he actually. I don't know. All of them. No, I don't think he tried to. I don't think they were upgrades in the slides. I don't think any of them were upgrades. I think they were what Ram said.
You don't think Klopp bought Ox to upgrade and what Henderson was doing in midfield? Of course he did.
No, of course.
When he came in, of course
they're doing two different roles. Why would he upgrade on the captain of what role is Hendo doing to what Ox is doing?
It's interesting.
Come on, bro.
What Oxlade checked now, it doesn't matter. Remember, Henderson was actually dropped. From the team. Henderson was at first was going to go and play 6. At first, we were going to play a 6. When we went and had Fabinho, he was.
When was Hendo going to play a 6?
And we actually had.
Henderson played 6 in 2018, bro.
Exactly. He played in the 6. We had.
Okay, he played in the 6. If you say he played in the 6,
Klopp has always wanted that type of midfielder. Hence why Soboslai is now playing on that right hand side. He always wanted that type of dynamic box to box, higher energy midfielder that could just score and could just go up and down for ages. Hence why Ox came. Ox got injured. What did we then go and do? We went and then signed Naby Keita, and Naby Keita was that player, right? Naby Keita was a box-to-box, higher energy type of midfielder. That didn't go and work out. We've tried to go and do that this whole time, even when we've gone and had the players. That's what makes me think, and these players have never worked. Whether it's because of injuries, whether it's because of form, it's never worked. So I don't understand why we're going and signing this player now. So we'll see with Soboslai. We'll see if that can work. But that profile of midfielder hasn't worked.
He played more games in central midfield than he did in DM in that season. I thought, let me check.
Yes, because he was dropped. He wasn't starting those games. That was the season where it was like, Henderson's done. Like this is the argument. And then Henderson, the whole discussion, even
it was in 17-18 he played in DM. 17-18 he played.
The 17-18 he played in DM. The season after, he told Klopp, I don't want to play in DM anymore. And Klopp said, well, you're not going to be playing then because we've got Naby now. We've got Ox coming back. Like
that's why he actually had to fight for his place.
He had to fight for his place, and they played.
You say he had to fight, but he played 32 Premier League games. I don't think he fought.
That's my point.
For a position.
But that's my point. Because whether it's injuries, whether it's because of form, whether it's because they were just shit, Ox and Naby.
18-19 are Liverpool's best performing season ever, Henderson at central midfield.
Ox and Naby Keita could not go and take that role off of him.
So they couldn't take his role off him, and it happened to be Liverpool's best performing season. They couldn't take that role off him, and it happened to be Liverpool. Look at the correlation. They couldn't take the position, and it happened to be Liverpool's best ever performing season. They couldn't take the position, and it happened to be Liverpool's best performance season. At him at central midfield, not with Oxlade-Chamberlain or Naby Keita in these positions.
That's my point. That's my point.
No, but that's completely off the point because Naby Keita, when he first started, was balling out. Then he got injured in Napoli.
Oh, gee, let's not do the balling out stuff. None of these guys were balling out. Ox wasn't balling out. None of these guys were balling out.
I'm not gonna go and do balling out. What I'm going
to
say,
though, they weren't balling out, bro. They're playing okay, but balling out. Come on, bro. We're being silly.
But you're missing the point, though, because the point what I'm trying to say is that Klopp on multiple occasions, right? Multiple occasions, has wanted to go and displace the likes of Gini, displace the likes of Hendo.
And what has happened when he's tried to do that? That's the point. That's literally the crux of this whole conversation. It hasn't worked. And what's happened when he's kept to what he knows, i.e., the Gini, the Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, whichever combination you want to do that you want to put in. Liverpool have literally had their best seasons, not with all these other dead
Exactly.
guys
We
of the
had our
Oxes
best
and
season,
the
but that's
Caters.
what I'm saying.
Our best
That
season
is-
with those guys, not with Ox or Cater, with those guys.
Yes,
Or you could
but
also
that's
with
what
those
I'm
guys.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. So when we're talking about now, so why is Jones in this thing, but it's not working out? Is because Klopp doesn't know how to integrate these brothers into the team. Hence why we're talking about Soboslai.
I'll
Was
agree with
great
that.
the other weekend. It was great, but you're not going to see the Soboslai you saw from Leipzig. The same way we
No,
spoke
I
about
agree.
Ox,
I agree.
and Ox was
I agree.
great when he first got injured. After that, it's like he couldn't go and do the same things. Like the team were playing different, and he couldn't use Ox in the right way. He couldn't use Naby Keita in the right way, because guess what? When Naby Keita was going to Guinea and he was playing in the AFCON, it was a completely different player. Same as Gini
100%.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, 100%.
Going to the Netherlands, it was a completely different player. So that's what I'm trying to go and say. So when we're looking about why, and we go back to why is Jones not going and doing this, whether we think he's good enough or not, Klopp clearly thinks he's good enough because he's still at the club.
Yeah, no,
There's been
I
no
agree with
rumors
that.
of getting rid
Definitely
of
agree
him
with that.
at all.
Definitely
No
agree with
rumors of getting rid of him at all.
No, I definitely agree with
That's
that.
what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to
I
say.
feel you on
So
that. I feel you on that. So really and truly, what we're actually saying is that it's actually just Klopp doesn't know what he's doing. Effectively. Let's just say, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just call a spade a spade. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
right now, with the signing that we've gone and made, and the signing that we're interested in looking at signing, looking at signing, it does seem as though we don't know what we're doing. I think that's what I'm trying to say. There's no plan. There's no plan. Jesus, man, that was sick, guys. Someone clipped that up. That was actually a sick convo. Someone clipped that up. Whilst these guys are away, I'm going to try to compare, obviously, Caicedo and Kamara. Which one's green? Which one's... Tap attribute.
By the way, Roms, you're a mug, bro. Screw you, bro.
Hold on. Which one is Kamara? Which one is Moises Caicedo? Moises Caicedo is the blue one, isn't it? There we go. Yep. Cool. Okay. So, interestingly enough, and this is obviously the attribute overview, right? So, in attack, Boubacar's or Kamara is obviously 49, 53 from obviously he's at technical ability. Tactically, he's at like 64. Defensively, he's 60, and creatively 56. So again, as you were talking about, and as you were saying, Rams, as we were saying, he's quite all well-rounded, isn't it? Like that pie chart looks quite well-rounded. We compare that with obviously Moises Caicedo. It's interesting. 54 going forwards. Obviously, plays in a more attacking team. Creativity is slightly higher, but defensively they're similar. Tactically, as we were saying, Kamara is higher, and then technically, Caicedo's a bit higher as well. But we spoke about the profile of player. So in terms of profile, they're actually quite similar then when you're looking at the chart.
Yeah. However, I would still say on the eye, Kamara is more technical than Caicedo.
I know what you mean by that. I know what you mean by that.
Would you agree?
Know what you mean by that. I 100% know what you mean. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think the hype for Caicedo is a bit mad, in my opinion. It's a bit mad.
Like, I'm on the same train, bro. Remember, I'm on the same train as you.
Hold on. Someone said, you want Sebastian Roda?
Bruv, no, he's shite, bruv. Honest to God, he sucks. He sucks ass, bro. He's ass.
Oh my God.
Bro, I never rated him when he was at Frankfurt. I never rated him when he's at Bayern. I never rated him when he went to Dortmund, bro. He's just wank, bro.
Oh man, that is hilarious. But it's interesting to obviously going back to the Caicedo thing. It's interesting to see that their stats. It's interesting to see that their stats are quite similar in terms of they're not too far off, and obviously they're playing for different teams. So it's interesting to obviously know what's going on there. I need to get into the comments. I know the comments were flying as this was going on. Guys, please make sure we are smashing a like. Almost 150 people in the building. So please make sure we're smashing a like. What's going on here? You're hilarious. Sorry, I just got a message. It was actually hilarious. Musa Adam, big up to Musa, saying if they're really trying to sign Kamara, expect that Salah is leaving and they're planning to replace him. And I don't think they're going to sign him as his cover, since Doak is good enough as his cover. Doak for Salah, Jesus, that would be crazy, man. Andrew Lane saying FSG looking for Poundland players. We got Angel 968 saying, let's be real. Until today, I've never heard or seen anybody in the chat saying we should sign Kamara. It's been pretty low key at Villa. I've actually heard someone say it. But look, it's been low key 100%. But like you said, Doku's been low key. Doku has been low key for the last couple of years, man. Like Liverpool linked with him, everything was high, and Doku apparently wasn't good enough for him. Too raw. I remember on Kopish, Matt was saying, "Yeah, I don't like Doku. Doku's not the guy.
He's not ready yet."
Not ready yet, but saying he just won't be the guy. I remember last season he was talking about Doku, saying, "Yeah, he's not a fan. He's not moved by him." And look, he's going to.
I've always been moved by him, but I always said like he's not ready.
Yeah, apparently it's so funny. The Athletic reported that Mane told him to stay at Anderlecht when he came to visit the club.
He did when he's at 2019. Yeah, he told him to stay at Anderlecht for a little bit.
Crazy. That is crazy.
Well, no, but you have to remember he's only 17 at the time.
Yeah, but imagine the clubs trying to go and sign an asset and their own players telling them, yeah, stay, don't come yet. Don't come to Liverpool. Yeah, how mad that is. Doesn't matter. Yeah,
for the betterment of your career, bro.
Why does he care about his career when Liverpool's on his forte? It's like, hold on. Imagine I'm part of a company, yeah? The company go and try to offer you a job, yeah? And yeah, you might be young. Some people are saying, you know what, but you just come out of uni. Maybe you need some experience. And I'm telling you, don't come here, bro. Don't come here. Like, do you think the company's going to look at me like, yeah, you've done the right thing?
Bro, we're talking about Sadio Mane. Obviously, you'll give a damn. Sadio Mane is probably bro, I swear Doku's from Senegalese origins, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's Ghanaian.
He's Ghanaian. Either way, he's still Mane for the betterment of his young career. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if he went for like a trial, he would have been under 16. Yeah, he wouldn't have come because he wouldn't have got an opportunity because Mane was on crud that season. And the season after that, he would not have got a chance. You could, JJ, you tell me right now, at that time, would he have got a chance with Mane in the team? Because he was a left winger. Or Salah, because he right wing.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's not getting in, but he told him not to come, though. That's mad. That's like it's still mad. From the perspective of Liverpool, that's mad. You got K-Mac saying, Jerry, Klopp said to Doku he would take Mane's position in a few years, and Mane said, don't come.
But if you say it like that, then there's a complete.
Well, we did. That's basically what he said.
It could be said, don't come now, come later, bro.
Don't come now, come later when he's 50 million. You know how Liverpool move. That's why Liverpool are trying to go and get him.
Well, this is Klopp telling them, no, don't get him now.
No, Klopp didn't say get him now. Klopp wanted him now. That's
why Klopp didn't want him now, bro.
Mane told him not to come.
Klopp didn't want him now, though. He told him he would not have got a chance.
Nah, man. See, look, even Roms is saying, man, no way, JJ. Man, that's a vibe. Man said, yeah, it's
man. Roms is just here just to spark the fire, bro. Allow you, bro. Screw you. Screw you.
Luke Soboslai saying Salah not a DM. How's that got anything to do with Kamara? That's in terms of Musa. I hear you, man. We got LFC Alfie for life. LC for life. The 93 actually, not Alfie. What I'm talking about, Jesus. Saying Jones is a squad player at the moment. That's what it's looking like, man. Mike Das saying that's caused Naby was injured for 80% of the games. 100%.
People Alexander
because
saying, got injured.
Yeah. Alexander they lost saying question, is Eze better than Jones?
JJ. Answer this, JJ.
Yes, he is.
You think so?
100%.
In the same position. I think Jones does exactly what Eze does for Crystal Palace, if not more. I hear it, but I've got to back my fellow. Do you know what I mean? Greenborough baller, man. South London, yeah. But bro,
from around the corner, so I can't.
I hear it because I can't. You know what? I hate the guy, but I can't.
Why do you hate
trust
him?
No. I was talking about Saka. Saka lives about 10 minutes away from me, but I still have to back him. But he's still up, bro. I still hate him. But you know how it is, man.
I hear you, man. Jesus, loads of things. Ben saying the Jones slander is so forced. It is, man. It is. Jones can be. Jones honestly can be Busquets, man, in Liverpool, but he's just not given a chance in the DM.
I remember
he's not given a chance, guys.
Busquets.
Rom saying, facts, JJ. You even saw the draw at Anfield who's progressing for fun. I think that's in regards to talking about. It must be Kamara. Angel 968 saying Lavia is simply a better footballer than Kamara. Watching Southampton, Lavia constantly caught the eye because Lavia were the talk of the town. Because Southampton were the talk of the town. That's why he caught the eye because he was just running with the ball a lot. It's like McGinn a couple of seasons ago weren't catching the eye, but McGinn was. I've been raving about McGinn for a while.
Everyone's been known about Ward-Prowse and his set pieces. Not anyone else, they just don't really talk about. It's like it's easy to stand out when you got but Aston Villa, where you got Watkins, Bailey, obviously John McGinn, Ramsey, obviously Luca Digne. You know, they got some players, bro. Matty Cash.
Exactly. Rom saying, nah, Rams, jokes aside, if Doku came, Mane could help him settle. I think Mane said not to come because he doesn't bring the club.
Oh, shut up, bro. You see what I mean? You see what I mean with this guy, bro? JJ. He just hit just a stir, bro. Honestly, add gasoline to that fire, bro. Literally just pouring gasoline, man.
K-Mac saying, Doku doesn't score enough goals. I'm going to put in quotation marks, yet. Because watch, he's just going to come in and do that Sterling role.
He's going to be... Pep is going to...
Watch.
Pep with pace and power and skill, oh my God, is going to be peak.
Arb saying, is there actually any credible Kamara links out there? Yeah, from the Athletic. That's what we're basing the show off today, man. That's what we're basing the show off. But interestingly enough, there's been nothing major from any mad outlets. The name's been mentioned, but there's not been anything concrete. Bear saying, smash the likes, please, to show your appreciation. Please, guys, smash the like. Arb saying Caicedo was looking like a child when he came off for Chelsea, skinny and short.
Damn.
Yeah, interesting, man. You got Rom saying, gee, you're really stressing me out. Andy Bernard saying, do we really need another 6? We have Endo and Bajcetic.
Yes.
If Bajcetic is going to get the games, if we're running it with Bajcetic, then no.
Oh, he needs to go gym, bro. Let his body develop.
Maybe they want it to develop. Do you know what I mean, in the AXA along? Do you know what I mean, and at Anfield? Maybe that's the development. That's the training ground for him. So we got Streets Approved Thames saying Liverpool missed the trick with Bissouma. He was the 100%, man. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I know. Cows. I mean, rolling around. I mean, in his office.
He's crying. Yeah,
they're crying right now, man. Luke Sobersley as O'Neill saying, so much talent in South America. Why aren't we looking there instead of buying aging players? Andre, bro.
G. That's your area, bro.
We've got Jamrock saying, sorry, the owners don't get into transfers at that level of detail. Kamara hasn't been linked with any team. He could just not be for sale this season. Yeah, but every player for sale. I think any player's got a price, man. Any player's got a price. Any player's got a price. So interesting, man. But what's going on here? Rom's saying, JJ, Ram, I think we're lining up something. It's gone very quiet. Mertesacker in the DM for Luke.
Oh my God. Imagine Mertesacker in DM.
Luke saying, we'll get Marco Reus. Don't worry. We're going to get Marco Reus for you.
In 2016, yeah? Because remember...
Now, not 2016. No, when he was on the cover of effing FIFA. Now. Do you want Marco Reus now?
No.
Are you sure? There's a mad smile on your face when I said...
That's like... Bro, as in my teenage years, he was one of my favorite players. Marco Reus was one of my favorite players. And I kept on getting mad when he get injured. I used to love the guy so much. And I wanted Klopp to sign him. But Klopp don't like signing his former players, innit? I don't know why.
Angel Knight 68 saying it's easy to stand out. Some wild takes today. No, it's easy to stand out in a worse team. Hence why the whole argument of big fish, small pond. When you're a big fish in a small pond, it's easy to stand out. Try stand out when, you go and move from another team. Move from a small team to a bigger team. Origi was standing out in that World Cup before he came to Liverpool. We weren't able to stand out at Liverpool. That's my point. That's my point, man. Daryl Wilkinson, 1876, saying, ask Rams what statistics made him like Royce.
Shot velocity. How about that? Shot velocity. Yeah.
We got Honesty as well, saying, for how much would you man them sell Morton Carvalho, and the opinion on Matheus Nunes being linked with City?
Morton Carvalho, 45
20 million. 20 million.
20?
Did you say 45?
Yeah, for Carvalho.
You're not getting 45 for Carvalho. You're probably getting about 20
35.
for him. And you're getting 5 for Morton. No, you're getting about 5 for Morton, man.
35.
5 mil.
He'll do well for Leipzig, and we just boost that price up.
If he does well for Leipzig, of course, it'll be interesting. But we've got Dean Luminous saying, a great stream again, gents. I'm not a Jones hater, but I try to be as realistic as I can. We appreciate you for it, bro. We appreciate you. Saying, as it stands, Max, Soboslai, Thiago, Endo, Bajcetic. Who are you dropping for Jones and why? Question for you both. Thiago, for me, I don't rate him like that.
Of course he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, so
for me,
for me right now it's McAllister, Soboslai, Endo. I'm not dropping him. I'm not dropping him for any, but it's for me. It should be all performance based. I think if Jones over the course of the season performs better than Soboslai or McAllister or Thiago or Bajcetic or whoever plays in that 8, then I want to go and play him, man. What else we got here? K-Mac saying Luis at Villa is for sale 100%. Kamara is not. Any players for sale, man. Any players for sale. You put the right amount of money up, you're for sale. Let's not do that, man. Daryl saying Carvalho is an enigma. He's so good. Why doesn't Klopp talk to him?
Because
I think Klopp doesn't want to talk to him because I don't think Carvalho wants to talk to him, man. I don't think
because he's a model, not a footballer. That's why.
I just think he just didn't like Klopp shouting at him. That's what it was, man. We got Arb saying, I will take Nunes over Gramovich, but I don't think he'll get either. Yeah. Before we head out, man, a quick one just for you guys. Thoughts on, obviously, Matheus Nunes to City links?
Bit weird.
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
Because they've already got Kovacic in it. They're very similar players, in my opinion, both of them. I always thought they'll go for someone a little bit more creative just to back up De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Eze, innit?
Yeah.
At least they.
Eze's the one they're linked with, bro.
Nah, Eze is more the.
I know. At least it's more the Riyad Mahrez, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't have him in that position, to be honest. But Man City, bro. Like, if Pep says you're playing left wing and these times you're a right back, then that's where you're playing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Rico Lewis, for example.
Very good.
Man plays as inverted.
Yeah, exactly, man. But look, people, that's been obviously another Transfer Hub. You had a great discussion there, man, with myself, G, and Ram. So please, that was a very, very good. So if someone can actually do it, please actually clip it up. If you can clip it up and send it to us, you'll get a shout out if you go and do that, man, because I don't even know how to do the clipping up thing. I need to actually figure out how to make the flipping TikToks. Like, I think that would have been a sick combo for a TikTok.
Somebody to teach me how to do that, how they do the like separate.
Yeah, the little lines and
the little lines and that, like, bro, like, what on?
The words at the same time, just stop it.
Yeah, not even shout out to KJ. Because I asked KJ and he's like, yeah, I just, done this. And he sent me a link and the link was just something random. I was like, yeah, this brother.
Hey, man. KJ, man, pan out, man. Come on.
KJ, man.
Do better.
But yeah, man. So it's mad. But obviously, thanks for you guys tuning in. G, let the people know what's popping on, obviously on over on GTV, man.
I might be doing a show later on today with Ends, the tactics show. I think today we're looking at Man City versus Newcastle. Their Man City 1-0 victory. So we might do that today. If not today, then it'll probably be tomorrow. But yeah, if not that, then you'll catch me on the Jerry James Shizzo. When is our match, by the way? When are we playing?
Sunday.
Oh yes, Sunday. Hey, you lot, be careful if you're going to the carnival and that. You know what I'm saying, just drink light.
You going carnival, G?
Oh, it's carnival this
not
weekend?
Sunday.
But you're going carnival.
Maybe.
It's carnival this weekend.
Yes, man. Why are you shouting? Yes.
Bank holiday weekend.
Oh, shit.
Ram's getting his hair braided for carnival and that.
So good. Nice to keep it nice and wavy, bro. Nice and wavy, bro.
Yeah, man. I hear that. Shout out to Samuel OG from the terrace saying big up, man. Them have to get on the show sometime soon. 100%, man. 100%. Shout us. We've got Honesty saying the player we missed out on was Camavinga. He was better than Caicedo. Rice Partey, he was a baller. I'm pissed we didn't get even bid for him.
Honestly,
don't know about the Partey thing, but he's a baller.
Madrid started early. They did it early.
Baller, no. You signed him at 16. He's that good, man.
Yeah.
He was that good.
Facts.
But yeah, man. So thank you so much, guys, for obviously tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon. Again, please smash the like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to obviously keep updated with all the other kind of news, any breaking news, any transfer news. We're going to be right on it. What's coming up on the channel? I'm not too sure. I have to think about it. Obviously, we've got the preview for the game that's going to be dropped in the next couple of days, and then of course, we're en route to 2,000 subscribers, 100 million subscribers. All we need is 100. Is about 112 more subscribers, and we're actually at 2K, and that means the watch-alongs happen. So, myself and G have made a pledge. We're gonna have to do these watch-alongs, man. So,
yo, if someone doesn't bust me for a link or something, these watch-alongs are gonna be for gays. You're gonna see Jerry already 5 minutes ahead, seeing 3 goals, and I'm gonna be there like, oh yeah, now Liverpool look shit. These times we're 3-0 up. I'm saying somebody should bust me still.
Oh, Liverpool can see 3 goals, bro. Of course he goes.
No, hey.
I
actually said Liverpool to score 3 goals. I actually said Liverpool to score 3 goals. That just shows that where your head is at, Ram. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shows, bro.
It's such a bottom red. It's such a bottom red.
Such a bottom red. That's what I'm saying. That's why you're on the bottom, bro.
Once someone made that Megatron comparison, I was like, bro.
Megatron, you know.
I actually like it. Don't listen. You catch me with a tattoo, you know, innit? You just know.
Hey, man. Well, look, people, until next time, it's been the J James Show, and we're out. Keep